Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe online, cyber network. Before we delve into the heart of this discussion, it's important to state that this analysis is intended for educational purposes. We aim to foster a deeper understanding of the technology we use daily. This is not a condemnation of any company, but rather an exploration of an important issue that deserves attention. Adobe. The name itself evokes images of creativity, design, and professional-grade software. From Photoshop's image editing prowess to Acrobat's PDF dominance, Adobe's products are deeply embedded in our digital lives. Its software is used by millions, shaping how we create and consume digital content. Adobe's influence is undeniable. It has become synonymous with digital creation, setting industry standards and shaping how we interact with the digital world. Its tools are essential for graphic designers, photographers, filmmakers, and countless other professionals. Yet beneath this veneer of success lies a significant weakness: Adobe's reliance on proprietary formats. This reliance is not just a minor inconvenience, it is a fundamental issue that affects a wide range of users, from individual freelancers to large corporations. While its software is widely used, the file formats it often relies on, PSD, AI, INDD, to name a few, are largely controlled by Adobe itself. These formats have become industry standards, making it almost impossible for professionals in the creative field to avoid them. However, this dominance comes at a cost. This means that accessing, editing, or even opening these files often requires Adobe's own software. Imagine a scenario where a designer sends a file to a client, but the client cannot open it because they do not have the necessary Adobe software. This creates a bottleneck in the workflow, causing delays and frustration. This reliance on proprietary formats creates a closed ecosystem. In this ecosystem, users are often locked into using Adobe products, limiting their flexibility and choice. This can be particularly problematic for businesses that want to integrate different software solutions to streamline their operations. It limits interoperability with other software and creates potential challenges for users in the long run. For instance, if a company decides to switch to a different software provider, they may face significant hurdles in converting their existing Adobe files to a new format. This can be both time-consuming and costly. This issue, while seemingly technical, has far-reaching consequences. It affects not only the efficiency and productivity of individual users, but also the overall competitiveness of businesses. Companies may find themselves at a disadvantage if they are unable to adapt to new technologies or collaborate effectively with partners who use different software. In the long run, the reliance on proprietary formats can stifle innovation and limit the growth potential of the entire industry. The surprising truth is that many users are unaware of the implications of these proprietary formats. They might see it as a minor inconvenience, not realizing the potential long-term consequences. This lack of awareness is partly due to Adobe's market dominance. When a company controls a significant portion of the market, its choices have a ripple effect. Users become accustomed to its ways of working, often without questioning the underlying systems. This is where the issue of proprietary formats becomes crucial. Trapped in the ecosystem, the user experience. In today's digital age, the tools we use to create and manage our work are more important than ever. They shape not only how we work, but also how we interact with our creations over time. Imagine this. You've poured hours into a design project using Adobe Illustrator. Every detail meticulously crafted, every color carefully chosen. Your project is a masterpiece, a true reflection of your skills and creativity. Years later, you need to revisit that file, but you no longer have access to Adobe's software. Perhaps you've switched to a different tool, or maybe you can't justify the subscription cost anymore. The file that once represented your hard work is now inaccessible. What happens to your work? The hours, days, or even weeks you spent on that project seem wasted. The file sits there, a digital relic, locked away by the very software that helped create it. This scenario highlights the potential pitfalls of proprietary formats. When software companies use proprietary formats, they essentially hold the keys to your work. If you don't have access to their tools, your work remains out of reach. users can find themselves locked into Adobe's ecosystem, even if their needs or preferences change. This lock-in can be particularly problematic for freelancers and small businesses who need flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances. This lack of flexibility can be frustrating and in some cases costly. The subscription model, while convenient for some, can become a financial burden over time. The costs add up, and the lack of ownership over the software can feel limiting. It raises concerns about long-term accessibility and ownership of one's own work. In a world where digital creations are becoming increasingly important, the ability to access and control your own work is crucial. Users need to be aware of these potential issues and consider them when choosing their tools. The illusion of choice and the price we pay. While alternative software options exist, Adobe's market dominance often makes it the default choice. This can create an illusion of choice, where users feel compelled to use Adobe's products due to industry standards and compatibility issues. This perceived lack of choice has consequences. Users might feel pressured to pay for expensive subscriptions, even if they only need a fraction of the software's capabilities. It stifles competition and limits the development of alternative solutions. The importance of open standards. The counterpoint to proprietary formats is open standards. These are file formats that are publicly documented and free to use, ensuring wider accessibility and interoperability. Open standards empower users by giving them more control over their work. Promoting open standards in the digital creative world is crucial. It fosters a more inclusive and accessible environment where users are not bound by the restrictions of a single company's technology. Beyond the surface, a call for awareness. The issue of proprietary formats might seem like a technicality, but it has profound implications. It's about user freedom, data ownership, and the long-term accessibility of our digital creations. By understanding this issue, we can make more informed choices about the software we use and advocate for a more open digital landscape. This is not about vilifying any particular company. It's about fostering a conversation about the technology we use and the impact it has on our lives. The future of creation, a plea for openness. As we move further into the digital age, it's essential to prioritize openness and interoperability. The digital landscape is evolving rapidly, and with it, the ways in which we create, share, and interact with content. This transformation brings both opportunities and challenges, and it is up to us to navigate this new terrain thoughtfully. We need to move away from walled gardens and towards a digital world where users have more control over their data and creative work. Walled gardens, while providing a controlled environment, often limit the potential for innovation and collaboration. By breaking down these barriers, we can foster a more inclusive and dynamic digital ecosystem. This shift requires collective awareness, thoughtful discussion, and a commitment to building a more open and accessible digital future. It is not just about the technology we use, but about the principles and values that guide our digital interactions. We must advocate for transparency, user empowerment, and the free flow of information. This is not just about software, it's about empowering creators and ensuring that the digital world remains a space for innovation and collaboration. When creators have the freedom to experiment and share their work without unnecessary restrictions, the entire community benefits. We see new ideas emerge, diverse voices being heard, and a richer tapestry of digital content being woven. Openness also means embracing diversity in all its forms. It means recognizing that different perspectives and experiences can lead to more innovative solutions and more compelling creations. By fostering an environment where everyone feels welcome and valued, we can unlock the full potential of the digital age. In conclusion, a plea for openness is a call to action for all of us. It is a reminder that the future of creation depends on our willingness to embrace change, to collaborate, and to build a digital world that is open, inclusive, and empowering for all. Let us work together to make this vision a reality. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber Network.